friends. Well, you can't see my face. We're doing something different for us today, maybe. I don't know. We're going on a boat. Here in Winter Park, which is just outside of Orlando, there is a scenic boat tour. We're going to take you guys with us.
Interesting facts about this beautiful city of Winter Park, Florida is it only has about 28,400 residents. It feels like it has a lot more. It's located just outside of Orlando in Orange County, Florida, and it is one of Florida's absolutely most gorgeous cities, in my humble opinion. And it's known for its gorgeous trees and its brick roads and its parks and museums and lots and lots and lots and lots of lakes. On the Winter Park boat tour, they take you back through all of these little canals. It's really cute. They call it the Venice of Florida, I believe. Some people, not everyone, but some people. It's really cute though to get to see all these beautiful houses, and the residents will wave if they see you. Generally speaking, they're usually pretty cool about the boat tours. It's part of the local charm. But it was really fun to see all of the cute little boat houses and boat garages. Cute. And while I learned so much on this boat tour, more than I could fit in a 12-minute video, I will say I did not know that Winter Park used to have a different name. It was originally named Lakeview because, well, we have a lot of lakes. And then it was renamed Osceola in 1870, but then eventually the name Winter Park was chosen by its founders. They wanted the name to be something about a park in winter because Winter Park was a hub for wealthy northerners to come live during the harsh winters. Because one thing about Florida, we do not have harsh winters. One of the biggest points of interest on the Winter Park boat tour is Rollins College. Rollins College is the oldest college here in Florida and one of the best liberal arts schools in America, according to lots of magazines. And it is an open campus. You can walk in and take tours. Gorgeous architecture, and they do a lot of fun events for the community here. They do something for pretty much every holiday. Now, most of this tour was learning the history of Winter Park and our residents and how we became the city that we are. I learned about the Muskagees and how they became the Seminole tribe of Florida, and the county next to our county, Orange County, is called Seminole County. So it was really interesting to learn where that name came from. It was from the Native Americans that were here before the white man. And before I go on with more random facts and trivia for you, I have to say, make sure you you remember your sunscreen if you go on this boat tour, or if you're coming to Florida in general. I'm watching these images, and while I had sunscreen on, I could feel my arms burning. So it is so important to, cover your shoulders or wear SPF or something, because when you're out in the middle of that lake, the sun will get you. So that's just a public service announcement, because, I care and I am very anti-sunburn. And this next fact, I'm not sure you're going to believe me, but I'm going to tell you anyway. We used to have a lot of alligators in these lakes, the Winter Park chain of lakes, and pretty much everyone is saying we do not have them anymore here, and that is because the residents complained about the alligators, and they were moved about 10 miles down the road to Lake Jessup. Now, I can neither confirm nor deny, but that's the story I got, is that you really won't see alligators in these Winter Park chain of lakes, because they weren't welcome here, apparently. It seems so silly to me, but I guess with enough money, you too can remove all the alligators from your lake. And the cool thing about some of these houses, the one you're seeing now, is it's surrounded by water on 3 sides. They wanted it to look like a peninsula. And the story I got was that the sand on that yard was brought in from Daytona Beach. Again, can't confirm or deny it, but the architects out here really go all out. It's almost like they're in competition to see who can make the coolest house, the coolest yard. It's funny to watch. But yeah, there are some really, really cool houses, very unique. And a lot of the times you will hear about someone buying their neighbor's house next door to make a boathouse to go with their giant mansion already. Fascinating to me. Good to know how the other half lives. One common struggle on these boat tours, and I've been on the other side of it in a canoe, is when you're going through these teeny little canals, there will sometimes be a traffic jam. So what always happens is the small boat, the kayak, the paddleboard, the canoe, whatever, will pull over into one of these little boat garages and wait for the tour boats to go through, and everyone's really courteous and sweet about it. I haven't seen anyone be unkind on either side of that. So it's just, a little traffic jam. It happens to the best of us. Another thing I did not know about the Winter Park chain of lakes is that it's actually 6 lakes, and altogether it totals 999 acres, and it goes from Winter Park to the neighboring city of Maitland, Florida. So it's a lot bigger than I realized. All 6 lakes are connected by the narrow canals. I did not know that these canals were man-made, though, because honestly, I just never thought about it. So when you're driving through the city, you may not know that all these lakes are here or all these canals are here. It's so easy to just miss them, and I never really paid attention to them, honestly. And I'm going to give you a little bit of history before we stumble upon his house in a minute. But we have a famous house here. We have the former home of Mr. Fred Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I, for one, always adored him. Always. He is originally not from here, but from Pittsburgh. But he did attend Rollins College. So we're about to stumble upon his house, his gorgeous, gorgeous house on Lake Osceola. And you will see it in just a second. The story goes, and again, I cannot confirm if this is true, but the story is when he was attending Rollins College, he wanted to bring his beautiful piano, and he was not allowed to bring it on campus, which is so sad. So his parents bought him this beautiful, beautiful house. It's hard to see all of it because of the beautiful trees that are blocking it. But yeah, that was purchased to store his piano. I don't know why, but I love that story. Yeah, good guy. We do a lot in remembrance of him here. There are Mr. Rogers walking tours. There are Mr. Rogers parties. We go hard for Mr. Rogers here in Winter Park. I learned so much. Rich people do silly things with their money is what I learned.
Yeah, rich people have a lot of money.
These people will raise millions of dollars to pick up a mansion and move it 20 feet.
Just because they like the way it looks.
Yeah. Which, you know what? You do you, boo. Love seeing Mr. Rogers' house.
Yeah, I think it was worth the money.
I think so. I learned a lot about my hometown.
$16 for adults, $8 for kids under 12.
Yeah, and it's encouraged to leave a little tip for the tour guide, which we did because he was really helpful and knowledgeable and kind. So, you know, tip people when you can.
All right, guys, I think we're going to leave you here. We're going to go get some lunch. There are lots of fabulous restaurants within walking distance.
But I don't think we're going the fancy route.
We are.
Regardless of what my outfit entails.
Didn't she look hot?
Don't answer that.
All right, y'all. We will catch you next time. Angie?
Oh, yeah. We're getting there, loves.
Anything else, Angie?
Wear your sunscreen, kids. No, wow, you're too close. We're cutting that out.
If you like the trip, by the way, I'm Tom, and if you don't like it, Alan, Walter, or David. And definitely ask questions. Yeah. This would be where I have you all stand up and introduce yourself. No, do not stand up here. And I wouldn't be surprised if all of you weren't sitting at the boat tour going, why don't they have some tops on the boats?